You're like this.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Henry and Susan, and we are here again on another Tuesday live. Today, we are talking about solar panel cleaner prices in the summer, and we want to know basically, do you solar panel cleaners charge the same price in the summertime than you do the winter time? Or is there a price difference when it comes to that? Do you charge less money during the winter when you're slower, or do you charge the same? And for you people who have solar panels out there, um, I just want to know your method of thinking when you are searching for solar panel cleaners uh, out here that need your solar panels clean, and you give them a call, and you are looking for prices. Now, are you looking for cheap prices, or somebody who's willing to do it at a really cheap price? Um, are you concerned about damage that a solar panel cleaner can do if he doesn't know what he's doing, or using the wrong equipment to clean your solar panels? Or it's just somebody who's just getting into the business and just kind of doing it as a weekend thing, what we call a weekend warrior. Basically, will go out there and just clean solar panels on the weekend, make a fast cash, and they're gone. What do you think about that, Susan? So when you
Well, I can understand people doing it for the weekend because if they do have a full-time job, that's their priority to do a full-time job, to at least put food on the table. And then if they want to do solar panel cleaning on the weekend, that's perfectly fine because maybe into doing it full-time, but in the meantime, they're doing both jobs just to have more income coming in. So I wouldn't necessarily call them weekend warriors because there's many ways to make money and not necessarily just solar panel cleaning. You can do other projects
well,
that can help you.
that's interesting, because you have a business.
Mhm.
And how do you feel when somebody undercuts you, and it just works maybe after work or on the weekend, and they come in and they give a ridiculous price? How do you feel about that, considering that you own a business and you may have somebody who comes in that doesn't have the proper business license, or the right
Well, that's where you have to
doc?
do your homework.
Well, who has to do their homework? That's what I'm.
The customer has to do their homework
But
as far as getting the information.
but are customers doing their homework? That's
They
what
are. A lot of
you.
customers are doing their homework.
What? Why would you say that they're doing their homework when they're trying to get the cheapest price possible?
Well, they're doing their homework because they are searching for other prices, whereas before they weren't doing that as much. And I feel like more and more customers are, starting to not just go with the first person they call. They're starting to go with, maybe two or three or four quotes, and then they decide from there which one they're going to pick. Well, that's what I mean by they're doing their homework in that sense. They're doing it more and more.
Okay, so do you think that weekend warrior would hurt your business if they were just doing it on the weekend, or just
No,
maybe you don't think they would hurt the
I don't
business at
think they
all?
would hurt the business.
Don't you think they're taking business away from you if they were, not licensed, or
Well, if they're
didn't
not,
have the proper insurance?
if they didn't have the proper, yeah, but if they are good, if they are a legit company,
But what
then
if they're not a legit company?
yeah, we don't know that.
It doesn't matter. It's
Yeah.
not our job to know that.
Yeah.
Our job is to make sure that we provide the customer with the best experience possible. And when we clean solar panels, we know that our customers will have the knowledge of knowing that their solar panels were cleaned by professionals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when it comes down to this discussion, as far as prices are concerned, do you think that customers are worried about people that are not licensed or insured? Do you think that they don't care? Do you think, um,
I think the ones that are really doing their homework, I mean, thoroughly, those are the ones that care. The ones that are just like, okay, I'm just going to go with you because you're cheaper.
but what are
You know?
you, what do you, okay, so what are you hearing when you pick up the phone? Because you pick up the phone all day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you hear from the customer? Do you think that they are calling around uh, for legitimate companies, or are they calling around for to get the cheapest price possible? Obviously, we discussed this, and we both agree that there's much more competition now than there was a few years ago, and I can contest to that because I've been in the business for that long, to where I've seen it from the first year all the way down to the fifth year. What a huge difference that it's making when it comes to people getting into this field, people getting into this industry now. And I talk about this industry being unregulated. Anybody can come in and start a solar panel cleaning business, um, and anybody could clean solar panels, and anybody can get up on a roof and make money. Right now, when we talk about prices, are we, when it comes down to prices, do you think that legit companies that are pricing their stuff out reasonably according to their eyes to make money in this business, um, you got a call. Sorry, guys. um, our phones just continue to ring during the summertime because we are getting people that are giving us a call for solar panel cleaning. And this is what we're talking about, right? We're talking about, people calling you during the peak season, and they're trying to get prices, and they're getting prices, they're going with you, they're not going with you because they are searching elsewhere. And we look at quality of work. Okay. And I did a video the other day, a couple days ago. I was really upset about a job that I went to. They did bird proofing, and they put the cheapest garbage in there that they could, and they did it completely wrong. And to find out that it was an actual solar company that went out there and did that and charged them lots of money for that service, probably more than what we would charge. But literally, pigeons can get underneath there whenever they want it because it was so flimsy. A plastic, a really cheap plastic that was burnt by the sun and the solar panels themselves, as that plastic was starting to curl up. And all that pigeon had to do was stick his head underneath there and go right underneath. It was just a door at that point that they can, walk in and rest underneath the solar panels. So when we talk about prices, we are seeing a lot of prices from uh, other companies that they're going out there and putting up the cheapest prices possible. I've seen an advertisement that just blew me away, of a solar panel cleaner on Instagram, and they were pricing so low, it was so ridiculous. And the feedback that this guy got from other solar panel cleaners, one was, you're destroying the industry by pricing so low. Another one was, how do you expect to grow your business when you're pricing so low, and you're damaging the industry because you priced it out way too low to where um, nobody else could survive. And the way I see it is, you're taking money out of other people's mouths by going out there and pricing it so low to where, yeah, you may get the job, but I can guarantee you'll probably never be working next year, or that customer uh, will never be able to find you because you're out of business. And you're out of business because you didn't price it right. You didn't price it correctly. And there's a lot of you guys out here that are basically uh, working in 110-degree weather right now. And that's another thing, Um, would you go up on a roof for less than $100 to clean solar panels? Maybe 20, 30, 40 solar panels under $100. There's guys out here right now that are doing, excuse me, my cat wants to get inside. So, you know, but yeah, so we do see prices that are just ridiculous right now with the weather that's going on. There's lots of fires here in Southern California, lots of smoke, lots of ash. So when we do see these solar panels, we are seeing that they're pretty filthy, pretty bad, and the production on these things are garbage because they're so dirty. And after we do clean these solar panels, we see a lot of people checking out the apps and seeing that the production is just skyrocketing up where it should be. So, um, we do see that. We see all this stuff that's going on, and when we see these guys come in, and they are basically ruining the industry. And when I say ruining the industry, they are just, they don't care. They come in with the cheapest equipment. They'll come in and clean the solar panels. And guys who are out here advertising their business on Instagram, on Facebook, on Google, that are paying a lot of money for ads on Yelp and Nextdoor and all these other platforms. Well, they're the ones that are going to get screwed in the long run because they're the ones that are, trying to advertise and get their business going to where they're getting up on a roof at a legitimate price. And we do see, I do book quite a few, and I have lowered my price this year uh, because I've lowered my price just because of the competition. And when I say I have competition, I have over 100 guys out here in the same area that are doing solar panel cleaning, and more and more and more are popping up every single day. And that's because like I said, it's an unregulated business. And when I say an unregulated business, anybody can go down to their local city hall, pick up their business license, call themselves solar panel cleaners, and then um, the thing is, they don't need to prove that they have insurance. They don't need to prove any of that when they get their business license. So as soon as they get their business license, they start advertising or start walking the pavement, start putting door hangers out there. And then, they put their prices on their door hangers, and you see that. And it's like, it was funny today. We have lots of jobs today. 6 o'clock in the morning, we get off the freeway. Getting off the freeway on an off ramp, and we see solar panel cleaning in that area. And they gave the price less than $100 to clean your solar panels. And we're on our way to a job that we charge several $100s to clean our solar panels. And you know, you charge whatever you want, but the fact of the matter is the people that care about their solar panels, care who's getting up on their roof, care about them not destroying or scratching or damaging their solar panels, are going to call the right people that have the right stuff. Like, we have the best equipment, we have the best insurance, you know, we have $2 million policy, and we uh, would have carried a $1 million policy, but instead we doubled it up just because it wasn't that much more. And we get a lot of commercial accounts that need our insurance, and a $1 million policy is not enough for commercial. And so when you're doing commercial, your big Fortune 500 companies, you got to have all that. You got to have all this insurance.
What did I miss?
What did you miss? You missed 15 minutes of me talking.
Oh,
That's what you missed.
What did you say?
We were talking about prices, talking about insurance, talking about how people come in, and
Oh, you were asking me about what I hear from customers.
yeah. So I mean, what do you hear from customers? Because, you know, do you think that a customer's mindset is just cheap, trying to get it as cheap as possible, or do you think a customer's mindset is, I'm going to get the best professional company out here to clean my solar panels to make sure that they don't damage them or scratch them or create problems? Do you think their mindset is thinking that way, or the mindset is basically, um, you know,
I get a little bit of both. Um, I get all sorts of people, and some are very well familiar with, the process. Some are, a little hesitant. Some are, they're willing to go for it. So it's a little bit of everything. So it's just a matter of how you handle each call, and you kind of get an idea when you're asking the questions, um, before you give them a quote. You get an idea of which ones are fishing for prices and which ones are
when you say fishing for prices, what do you mean? Because customers don't know what you're talking about.
fishing. I mean, they're trying to find out as a company how much you're charging on cleaning.
Who's trying to find out?
The person that called on the phone.
So do you think they could be your competition? Do you think that they could be just customers just calling around to try to get prices on a one-story home and a two-story home and compare them with other people?
It's a little bit of both.
Okay.
I can't really pinpoint exactly because it's a little bit of both. So it's just, you gotta play smart. And sometimes, even if, like, I've gone lower than what we've quoted, and they don't bite because they're like, oh, well, let me check my schedule, or oh,
There's always an excuse.
There's something. So I'm like, okay, well, if you're going for cheaper, by all means call that company, because we're not willing to go that low, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of everything, and it's just, you gotta be smart when you're talking to a customer on the phone. I learned not to give our exact price. I kind of start high, and then if I notice that they're not budging, I'll go lower, but not too low where we're not making money.
Mm-hmm.
So even if we give a special, they don't mention it, I don't mention it, because I don't want to start low. I'd rather start high, and then I can kind of work my way down.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you work low, you can't go higher.
You can't go higher.
So you kind of.
So we have a lot of repeat customers, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And why is it that the repeat customers keep calling us back? Why is that?
because to them our prices are reasonable. Um, there's been times where we started out giving them the low price when we got them, but
Had to
you know
raise the
we had to
price.
raise the price because water got expensive, gas got expensive.
Resin got expensive.
Summertime, it's the peak season. You got to put that into account. So some of them, most of the time, actually, most of the time they do get it and they understand. We did have one customer that we had to give them back the original price, even though they paid a little bit lower, and he didn't want to go for it. And I said, I'm sorry, but this is what we have to charge.
Yeah.
So
And we get customers that have been with us, and they're like, hey, can we get a bigger discount? Can we
on
get
top of a discount,
on top of a discount, right? And sometimes we have to tell them no, we can't, because you know
there's nothing wrong with turning away a customer, because
right.
sometimes you have to do that in order to make money for your company.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've seen it over and over and over again. As soon as summer finishes, as soon as summer is done, all these guys that are offering all these discounts, they're no longer in business. And I hate to say it, because somebody like Scherzer 25 says we offer senior discounts and vet discounts. That's okay if your prices are up here. But if your prices are way down here and then you offer these discounts, then you're going to find out, especially during the November months, and a lot of companies are going to be selling their equipment because they are not going to be able to survive. They cannot compete with the big boys in the industry, because the big boys in the industry know exactly how to market. And if you're brand new and you start out super, super low, you might as well get out of the game. I'm telling you, because we don't see these guys a year down the road. We don't. I don't know how many guys that I've trained and told them you need to charge this, and they undercut us, they undercut the price, and they are no longer in business. They were thinking that they were doing themselves a favor by going out there and getting more money, by charging a lot less, by getting more jobs, by charging a lot less. But when it came down to um, the months where it started to cool down, which is October and November and December and January, when you get no phone calls at all, what are you guys going to do? What are you going to do to survive? You're not going to be doing solar panel cleaning, because there's a lot of people that are becoming more cheap. They're going and they're telling us, even us, I think we're going to go down to once a year. And it's like, let me explain what's going to happen to you when you go down to once a year. What's going to happen to the production of your solar panels when you go once a year? You're going to be calling your solar company. You're going to be calling your electric company because you got this bill in the mail that you've never seen before. And all of a sudden, now you have a bill. Now you sit there and you go, oh, my solar panels are dirty. And all they're going to tell you is, uh, call a solar cleaner and get your solar panels clean, and then call us back. They're not even willing to go out anymore to go look at your solar panels until you get your solar panels clean. This is why we're in business, people. Even you as customers, this is why we are in business and been in business for over 5 years. The fastest growing industry in the United States right now is not solar. Think again. Solar panel cleaning is a high trend search right now, a very high trend search. You go onto Google, you check out Google Trends, you check out the industry in states. It breaks it down to everywhere where people are asked or going out there and they are um, looking into solar panel cleaning. Even as a business, I see it. And so, if you guys have any comments, feel free to put them in chat. We're going to be reading those off pretty soon. I do see some comments out there. Um, yeah,
We
we
do get some people are not on right now because I'm sure they're really busy.
oh
You know,
yeah, we
and
have a lot of people that are not on right now
Mhm.
because they're still out there working.
Mhm.
You know, there's a we go out and we clean solar panels all day long. If it's 110 degrees outside, guess who's cleaning solar panels? There's people that would call us and say, "Can you clean them early in the morning?" You know how many people ask us to clean them early in the morning? I would have to start at 3 o'clock in the morning to fulfill all my obligations of all my bookings and all that. What do you mean, no?
No.
I'm just telling you. If I was to sit and put, if we were to go and put all of our bookings in the afternoons to mornings,
Mhm.
what time would I be starting?
7.
No, a lot earlier than that because we get a lot of bookings. Don't make it sound like we do 1 or 2 bookings a day because we don't. I'm the one up there. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I do a lot of cleanings every single day.
Commercial, we could start that early, but residential, we might wake up the neighbors.
Well, no. I get that. What I'm telling you is people ask to get solar panels cleaned early in the morning. They want them
Mhm.
either early in the morning
Mhm.
or late at night.
Yeah.
Now, if that was the case, hell, I might as well start early in the morning, come home around 9 o'clock, sleep until 5:30, and then go back out and hit it late afternoon till 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. If that's the way customers want you to go out there and clean solar panels because they're so afraid of you cracking their solar panels because there's all these myths out there that they got to be clean at a certain time, which is not the case, people. We clean solar panels all day long. 12 o'clock, straight up sun, 110-degree weather. We're cleaning solar panels. And for those of you who are not experienced with solar and don't know about solar, you're not going to break or crack any solar panel at all because the temperature that you are using to clean the solar panels is most likely the temperature outside anyway or close to it. We're not throwing ice cold water on hot solar panels because if that was the case, every single solar panel would be cracked and broken and what have you. And, you know, that's just not the way it works, people. It doesn't work that way. Most solar panel cleaners usually have a two systems, a high pressure system like we do to clean solar panels, or a 3 or 2 stage purification system with a water fed pole, and they're out there using the water fed pole with a wide brush to go out there and clean your solar panels. Just look on Instagram, you'll see them. They're all over the place. Guys all day long cleaning solar panels, and they're showing you what equipment that they're using. Um, so,
Mhm.
uh, you want to
Mhm.
answer some of these questions here?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, go
So,
ahead. Listen.
all right. Um, yeah, I mean, it's crazy what people want you to clean solar panels with as far as prices because if it was up to a customer, you would be up there cleaning solar panels for $50. And this is no joke. In 115-degree weather, they don't care what you have to go through. When I come down from a home, I'm dripping sweat. My whole shirt is wet. My I wear two hats. One that I have that is cold, that is cool to keep me cool. Um, and I have another hat over that. I have a long sleeve shirt. I have gloves on. I'm covered up, and when I come down, I'm drinking tons and tons and tons of Gatorade, water, you name it. And customers, they don't care if what the conditions are if they're getting it for $50. They don't care. Yeah, go ahead and do it. That sounds really good. They don't care what type of work you do. You know, it was funny. We had a customer today, and as a matter of fact, we this guy had so much money, and you could tell by his house, you could tell by the cars that were parked inside, and what have you. We gave him the deepest discount we can give him without losing money. And I had how many panels did I have on that one? Was it like 45 or something like that?
Oh, which one are you talking about?
The Asian guy that
Today?
Yes.
Oh, that one was, I believe, 30 panels.
No, the one in Yorba Linda.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That was no 30 panels. It was more than that. I think it was 40 something.
Yeah, I'll get to
Anyways,
this right now.
it was so bad. I mean, to get up there was a nightmare, and to get up there and clean them, I cleaned them
You
once.
mean this one?
Yeah.
That was 20 panels.
No, that wasn't it.
This one's in your Belinda.
Okay.
He didn't have very many. This one didn't have very many.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
talking
you're
about
right.
a
No,
different-
I'm talking about a different one.
different
Sorry.
one.
That one, okay. Well, that one right there, we gave him a deep discount on 2-story house. We did that. We cleaned it, and his neighbor from across the street came down and said, "Hey, can I get my solar panels clean?" We said, "Sure." We gave them a discount, and she had 40 panels. That she was the one that had 40 panels.
Yeah. She had.
Oh
she
my
had
gosh.
panels.
I have the best equipment.
But luckily, it was only on one side of the house.
It doesn't matter. I don't care if it was on one side of the house,
Yeah.
two sides of the house, three sides of the house. 40 panels is 40 panels, no matter how you look at it. I don't care if it's spread out throughout the whole thing.
Spread out would be.
Yeah,
harder.
I would just get off the roof at that point and just put my stuff back in the vehicle and then go, because it's not worth it to me to go out there. And we gave her a deep discount for a first-time customer, and I probably used almost 25 gallons of water, of deionized water, and went over her solar panels at least 5 times.
Actually, she was pleased with the price.
Of course.
That I gave her.
Of course she was pleased. Did you see the before and after pictures? Oh my God, the before and after. When she looked at, you know what she said? Wow. She was amazed by the before and after pictures. As a matter of fact, I have those pictures on my phone, and it's like I don't even want to look at them. Yeah. So when I cleaned them, as a matter of fact, yeah, when I cleaned them, I would just like, okay, I would never do this for this price again, never. And so
It should be that.
here, I'm going to just show you this real quick, and I'm not sure you guys can see that, but anyways, yeah, it's a bad glare here, but this, gosh darn it, you can see how dirty these are. There you go. I'm just kind of showing you. This was after I got done, and you can see the reflection off of the reflection off the trees when I got finished cleaning these solar panels. They were so good. And, but I went over them 5 times. Now, can you imagine somebody who comes in, gives them the cheapest price, and only and will literally go and clean the panels one time? That's it. They're boom boom and they're gone. And
Now, the only ones that you really gotta be careful of. We've noticed some houses now lately, they're building them with what do you call that type of roof? Uh,
slate.
Slate in the front of the house.
Oh no! You're talking about aluminum
Oh,
siding
aluminum. Yeah, we've noticed some houses now are being built with that.
with the aluminum siding, which
Yeah.
you can really slip off of, especially in the heat,
Mhm.
the sand. Your shoes are wet, or you're just going to go down like butter.
Mhm.
And no matter what kind of shoes that you have, I avoid aluminum roofs altogether. I would not clean a aluminum roof from up on top.
We had to turn down a customer because
Yes.
we didn't know that they had that type of roof until we
got there.
and we're like, oh no, no, we can't do this. It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
And we had to turn them away.
I want to welcome everybody that's on today. There's a lot of people that are on. If you have questions, feel free to ask these questions. We have Ludwig Gorbachev. I've seen them pressure washing panels. Yep, there's people that go out there and pressure wash solar panels. Scherzer 25 says we offer senior discounts and vet discounts. And you know, I always say this. A customer basically came to me today and said, "Hey, do you give senior discounts?" I said, "I'm a senior and I'm cleaning your solar panels. So no, we don't give senior discounts because we already gave her a deep discount to start off with. And when we give one discount, we don't give discount after another just to get the job. We don't do that. You don't go to Jack in a Box and say, I got 15 discounts to get a burger. Okay.
I had a couple of customers that I gave them the discount and they wanted more discounts.
Yes.
Like, no, I can't do that.
Okay. We had a customer today, the same customer says, okay, well, my production is really bad. It's really bad. I said, how long has it been since you cleaned your solar panels? And what did he say? 2 years. Okay. It was 2 years since he cleaned it. And I said, let me clean your solar panels. Guarantee you your production will go up just because they need to be cleaned. 90% of the time when solar production is down, it's not because of inverters. It's not because of, wiring or anything. It's usually because your solar panels have never been cleaned. They're dirty. They need to be cleaned. And then the production starts to shoot up. Now, if for some reason you clean all the solar panels and they're super clean and your production's still down, then we advise you to go out there and call your solar company and have them check out the system. Okay? And have them do that. That's the best advice that we can tell you. And we do have guys that we go out there and we'll go and do that and check it. And we have guys for everything, pretty much. If we break a tile and we break many tiles, we're not fixing it ourselves. We're going to get a contractor out there. He's going to come out, take those tiles out, put new tiles in, give me the bill, and we pay it. And we're gone. If that was to ever happen, because people ask us, well, what happens if you break tiles? You're going to break more tiles when it's super hot than it is when it's nice and cool. Okay. Especially in 110 degree weather, 115 degree weather, it's going to be, your tiles are going to be really careful, really careful. What's the next question?
Sure. Ludwig. especially when you're still paying for insurance for the whole 12 months.
Scherzer says, we always shoot high. It's easier to go down and price them up with customers. Of course. You always go high. Look.
I learned that quickly with Henry, because it's like, why would you start low? You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot when you go low, because
Any typical salesperson knows that, right? Anybody who's in sales, car salesman, they're not going to give you the lowest price and go lower. They're going to give you the highest price on your first one, doesn't matter, and they're going to start working their way down and negotiating as much as they can go down, knowing that they gave you a price that was way up here and maybe high already. So they have enough negotiating room. Okay. That's a good salesperson. A bad salesperson is give them the lowest price, and then the customer says, well, I don't know. I got to think about it. Let me ask my wife. Let me ask my husband. How many times have you heard that? How many times when you get on that phone, you give them the quote, and all of a sudden it's, let me ask my wife, let me ask my husband. What, you're not the person making the decision, but you're making the phone call?
this is the kind of world we live in.
Are you the person that's calling around for prices, and you got to sit there and ask your wife or ask your husband, and you're calling around? We do this a lot. We'll give you a price so low. And if you sat there and you go, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that price. Guess what? We're going to book you, but we're going to book you 2 months out, because we got higher paying customers that are willing to pay the price. And we'll see how important it is for somebody to wait a month or two for their services to get that very, very low price. Have we had any customers that have waited 2 months for solar panel cleaning?
No.
1 month for solar panel cleaning?
They tell me that they want to be scheduled a month after. But, which is fine.
Yeah.
But as far as a customer, we give that low of a price, and we don't hear back from them.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Right now, we are getting customers, because we book them a week and a half out right now to 2 weeks out. They're calling us back saying, I found somebody else.
Yeah, that was a few of them have called. We booked them. They're like, okay, yes, ready to go. 3 days pass. The next day, we're supposed to go and clean their panels. They call, and they said, oh, I'd like to cancel my appointment. Oh, well, why is that? Oh, well, I found somebody else. And they're pretty honest. They tell you, oh, I found somebody cheaper. Okay. And I also had another one that said, I like to cancel because I decided I'm going to clean them myself. I asked him, okay, what kind of equipment are you going to use to clean them? And he hung up on me.
Just cancel my service.
Yeah.
Don't you think people now have options? They're calling any solar panel cleaner that they can call to do it as cheap as possible, to save more money in their pocket, not even caring about how their solar panels are going to look 6 months down the road when the next solar panel cleaner gets up there and says, sorry, ma'am, I'm not doing your solar panels. Your solar panels are ruined. They got hot spots everywhere. They got damage everywhere. Oh, well, nobody's been up there except for this is why we're not cleaning your solar panels, because they're destroyed.
Customers that are like that, I make a note of it on our system. That way, when I come across, let's see, before I call them, I'm going to read my notes and say, okay, well, I'm going to skip this one because of A, B, and C.
A, B, and C.
Mm. Yes.
Now, I want to point this out, and I wanted to show this too because I think it's important. But go on and read the next questions here.
Let me see. Oh, Ludwig just had a call today about panels being too hot to clean. Well, that again, that's what Henry was talking about earlier. Is that the solar panels can sustain the temperature of
85 degrees.
degrees. Look in Palm Springs, they have.
They have 110-degree weather at 9 o'clock in the morning. 100. So what happens over there? Are these guys going to have to wait till 9 o'clock at night when it's 90 degrees? It's still hot. It's still out there. It's
Just
still
because the
hot.
sun's not up doesn't mean it's not hot.
Exactly. So, when we sit here and we talk to customers about that, we reassure them that, look, doesn't matter how hot it is. We're not throwing ice cold water on your solar panels. We're not doing that. Mine goes through a high pressure system, goes through 300 feet of hose that's laying outside on the hot temperature, on the hot concrete. By the time that it gets through my brush and out the end of my brush, you could pretty much put your hand on it and probably say, oh, this is hot. Because I have to wear gloves in order to handle my pole.
Because it gets hot.
Because it gets extremely hot. Quick. I'm just trying to find this one picture, but go ahead with the next one.
So, yeah, in answer to your question, yeah, you just explained to them that we're not putting ice cold water on solar panels. You're putting the water that's the same temperature, if not a little warmer, from your tanks onto the solar panels.
Or even a 3-stage system. Mm-hmm. Even a 3-stage system is still outside. They still have water coming from the customer's tap and still out there and going through a real thin plastic tube. Mm-hmm. Do you think that water is not hot? That water is extremely hot.
Jordan is from Central California, Delano area.
Oh, Delano. Okay. Yes.
He came across the videos recently, and they're very informative. I appreciate it. I want to get started in this field. I'm a bigger guy, but in semi-shape. You think there's a certain weight? No,
there's no certain weight. I've seen guys that are heavy. They're big. Rick, my buddy who passed away, started with me. And this guy was 260 pounds, and he would get up on the roof and help me. And so if you are concerned about weight, hire guys that are really super light, young kids that are going to go out there and work up on top. You work on the bottom. You take care of everything on the bottom. If you feel that way, there's many, many ways to manage a business.
I told him to give you a call to ask you more questions.
About what?
About starting his business, Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of people that call us.
Yeah.
So.
But Jordan, I told him.
Okay, so I'm expecting a call from Jordan. Huh?
I left your number. But
Jordan.
In answer to that question about working alone, now you got to think about if you're working out there alone because you don't have anybody yet, maybe in the future you will. Just keep in mind that, if you're doing 1-story or 2-story homes, anything can happen. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're working in the heat. What's going to happen if you get dizzy spells or something happens? You're by yourself.
Right.
It's always best to have somebody there with you just in case of those type of situations.
I got attacked by mosquitoes today in one house at, I think it was 7:20 in the morning. Mm-hmm. They literally were buzzing around my head, biting me, attacking me like a swarm of bees. You can literally hear them. So
Don't mind the cat.
Susan thought I was breakdancing up there early in the morning or something, or listening to my music. And I'm saying, no, I'm trying to get away from these mosquitoes that are biting the crap out of me right now. Turn the water on. Yelling at 7:20 in the morning. Turn the water on. Some mosquitoes are about to die. Yes. Sometimes those emergencies do happen.
How much does it cost to get the license in California? Is Jordan's asking.
For what? License?
Yeah.
Well, if you're getting a business license, what part of California are you calling from? Because
he said right here, Central California.
Oh, from Delano.
Yes.
Delano. Mm-hmm. Okay, here in LA County, if you're going to get a business license, you got to pretty much go to your business license office. They're going to ask you a few questions. They're going to ask you what you're doing. You're telling you're doing solar panel cleaning. What's it under? If it goes under pressure washing, it's going to be way more expensive. If it goes under window cleaning, it's going to be less expensive. It goes under auto detailing, you're going to be less expensive. Now, what you want to do basically is you want to give them a pretty accurate what you think that you're going to make every single month. They're going to calculate that, and then they have their own thing where they come up with their own fees. So if somebody's going to do $100,000 in sales, then you're going to pay more money than somebody who is making $20,000 a year in sales. That's all I can tell you. So you do the math. It's cheaper if you are knowing that you're not going to make $100,000 a year. So it all comes down to taxes at the end of the year. So when you get your business license, I think we paid $25 mm-hmm. for our business license. Mm-hmm. We just renewed our business license, as a matter of fact, mm-hmm. last month. Mm-hmm. 5th year in the same city. And it costs us $25 every single year. So that's the least of what it takes to start this business. The least. Why are you laughing?
Because the cat wants Henry's attention.
Scherzer says it was 116 degrees in Lake Havasu.
Mm-hmm. Last weekend. The water.
I need my drink.
The water coming off of my rotary brush was burning my feet.
Can you imagine?
I can't even imagine working in that kind of heat.
Scherzer, don't leave your flip-flops at home. That's all I can tell you.
Vanguard Coding says, hi, hope all is well. Did you guys make your own website or did you pay someone?
Oh, shit. You don't even want to go there.
It's been an ordeal.
I have spent well over $9,000 on my website. Okay. And I've had it redone 5 times. And I finally had it done recently. And it cost money. And it still costs money. The nice thing about it is I own it. As a matter of fact, when you hear that noise, somebody is actually looking at my website right now. And I know I can go onto my phone right now and find out where they are. This is how sophisticated our website is. Somebody's looking at my website.
We can see what city
we can see what city they're at. Mm-hmm. We know how long they've been on the website, and what have you. So we have somebody right now from Victorville. Has been on 24 seconds from Victorville. And it tells us when it goes up. We get alerts on that, so we know. I pay lots of money for information like that because you want to know who's looking at your website. You want to know where your traffic is coming from. And this is how you market yourself. Okay, we will market ourselves, and we will figure out. Most of the people last month was from Fontana, we'll say, as an example. So we can promote our business in Fontana, knowing that we have most of the majority of the people looking at our website came from Fontana. And we will throw those ads out there. We'll throw the specials out there. We'll throw all that in that city, the surrounding cities, and what have you. We get them from Orange County, San Diego, LA County, Riverside County, San Bernardino County, and we get certain cities that we already know they're looking at our website.
Mm-hmm.
And at 2 o'clock in the morning, we know somebody's looking at our website because it gives us an alert.
Yeah.
So that's how sophisticated our website is when it comes to making sure. And I make sure that we have all the top of the line stuff. And it costs me lots of money for these programs to go out there and get that information. Once you have knowledge, you have power. And this is what you have to think about when you start your business in solar panel cleaning. Knowledge is power. And if you have that, it makes things a lot easier. I can care less about my competition because my competition doesn't affect me at all. We still get the phone calls. Even at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, when we are closed, people are calling us. Whether we answer the phone or not, yeah, that's on us.
But we do call them back in the morning.
But try calling them back in the morning.
Because sometimes we're so tired we're already asleep.
Sure.
Hi, Tara Lynn and Petra. Tara Lynn, I can't imagine how you doing out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
was thinking about moving to Vegas,
No.
but as soon as I hit the state line, I think we went to the lottery place and then we turned right back around and came back to California.
Yeah.
So we're sticking to California. Thank you very much.
Macho Troy is just started my small side business. What do you use for invoicing and payment?
See this right here? House Call Pro. Susan, do you want to explain House Call Pro and how much it helped you in this business as far as scheduling, invoicing, all that? Do you want to just real quickly?
Really quickly, we use a system called House Call Pro. It schedules your customers. You can send invoices to them. You create the invoice with them. You can send them before and after pictures after the job is complete. You can send. They can pay online. They can get a review. You can link it to your Google page if you have a Google page. Your reviews.
Right. As soon as he sends the invoice and all that.
Actually, okay. So
explain the process.
How
That way
House Call Pro works.
Yeah.
When somebody calls and you're scheduling them, you put in their profile information. You put in their first, last name, their phone number. I always like to make sure you get a mobile number, and make sure if you want, get an email. Now, the reason why I say make sure you get a mobile number is because what House Call Pro does is it sends an alert to the customer once they're booked. It lets them know that they've been booked. They get a notification on their phone that they've been booked, and then the day of, they get a notification that you're on your way. You're on the way to their house. So they get that alert, and you can also text message them through the House Call Pro system. You can call them when you are ready to go to their house. You can let them know you're on your way by clicking on the On My Way button, and you can also it's connected to Waze, so they could see where you're at while you're going to their house. So that way the customer knows, okay, they're about 10 minutes away from my house. So, you send the invoice to them once the job is complete, because you finish the job. You can, like I said, send
There's
before
a,
and after pictures. There's just so many things that you can do with House Call Pro. It's a one system that works with a lot of different. It has a lot of features that you can work with.
your 5 minutes are up.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay.
So it's a great system.
Yeah.
If you want me to walk you through on how to use House Call Pro, if you want House Call Pro, we can get you the information so that you can look into House Call Pro.
We also have a link too that
Yeah.
that we use for
So
House
if
Call
you
Pro.
do decide to get it, I can walk you through on how it works and how to input the information.
Yeah. Okay. Next question.
What do you use for insurance?
Okay. So let me do let me do this real quick. I'm going to put the link in for House Call Pro. That way you guys have it. I'm going to paste that right in. There we go. There's House Call Pro there. Oh, I think that's a review link. But you could. I'm sorry, I left you a review link. You can go. This is why she runs it. Leave us a review while you're there. So, House Call Pro. You can. I think you can click on that and go directly into House Call Pro, and it should take you to our stuff. So
the good thing about House Call Pro is that once you click on Finish Job, it automatically sends the customer a link to fill out a review.
yes.
Not after the invoice is sent. It automatically gets sent after you click on Finish Job. So that way, at least it lets them know, hey, you remind them, hey, I sent you a review link. If you don't mind filling, we would appreciate it. But it also lets you put private notes on there for you and the technician. So if there's a gate code that customer is telling you that in order to get to their house, you can leave notes on there too. There's just so many things. It's a lot to explain to you, but I could talk it over with you.
And even once you schedule that out to the customer, that customer will get the alert that they did get that they were booked, and the customer could respond directly through text on House Call Pro. I don't know if you explained that or not, but that is such an awesome feature to where at 10 o'clock at night, I'm like, who are you texting at 10 o'clock at night? I'm texting the customer for tomorrow morning. Got to make sure I get this done. Got to get the gate code down and I'll get all this. Oh, okay. And before you know, that's exactly how she sounds at 10 o'clock at night, just to let you know.
When you create the invoice, I'm really a stickler when it comes to getting as much information as I can, because if for some reason the customer comes to you and says, oh, well, I paid this much last time, or I didn't know about this, well, you can refer back to the invoice that you sent to them 3-4 months ago, 6 months ago, and say, oh, according to the invoice that I sent you, this is what it states.
Yeah, we had somebody that sent us our invoice from 2 years ago today, and we were like, oh, didn't even know. We were looking at it, we're like, where did this one come from? He goes, oh yeah, you guys did our service 2 years ago. And we were like, oh, okay, cool.
He was laughing about it, but
yeah, I'm like, but House Call Pro is excellent. There's other services.
Jobber.
I have not used Jobber. A lot of people use Jobber. I just like this because it's convenient and it's like $60 a month, but you really don't, with all the features that it has, you're not going to miss that $60 because you could do everything from your phone, literally book everything. We had a customer today that was right across the street, and Susan went over there and just got her information, and then boom, It was right there. We created the invoice, all that while we were out in the field, sent the pictures to her, all that. She paid, everything was taken care of, done before I was even finished with that job. That's how convenient it is. And then
I think you do everything on the phone.
when everything was said and done, she gets a review link. Leave us a review. This is why we're able to get 30 to 40 reviews a month, because it automatically sends them the review link. We don't have to worry about it. I even tell her sometimes, it's like, did you tell them to leave us a review? Oh, it's already done. Don't worry about it. It's done. Let me do my job. Let me do my work. It's done already. Okay.
He's up on the roof, so I'm on the bottom. I take care of all that.
Yes. But we want to make sure that, we are, sorry guys.
It's a very handy tool to have. They're always updating and coming up with new features and everything. So I'm still getting familiar with the other features that they've come up with, but I'm looking into, finding out more about them. But it's an all-in-one scheduling system, payment invoices. You can even send estimates to your customers on some jobs.
And if you have questions, feel free to give us a call. I think Susan left her phone number on the chat itself. Macho Troy also asked, who do you use for insurance? We have an insurance agent here in California that we do use. She's very, very good. But she's very, very good. There's only a handful of insurance companies that will insure you. What part of California are you calling from, or are you from, Macho Troy? I'm not sure if she handles your county or what, but yeah, let us know where you're from. Felix Romero says facts. Awesome. What's that emoji, Vanguard Coding? What's that emoji right there?
Sweating.
Oh, sweating. Oh,
melting.
Melting. Oh, okay.
Because it's so hot.
Sorry, I'm old. Vanguard Coding says, wow, I'm definitely getting House Call Pro. I've been looking to get something like that. You use like Square and stuff, right? No. House Call Pro will send you a card reader, and you can use that as part of their system.
To pay the credit card.
To pay credit card for credit card processing. I think you have to pay for the reader. I can't remember if it was like $50.
It wasn't that much, but it's very convenient to have when a customer wants to pay by credit card.
And all they do is just tap onto it.
Yeah, you don't have to manually put in the information. The only thing you have to put in manually is the zip code. But as far as the credit card information, you just tap it and the information's right there.
And it gives you a breakdown of what you have made for that month and everything else through credit cards, through the card reader, through handheld, everything. It breaks everything down for you. Like I said, it's one of the best systems that we do use. Been using it for years now, and we pay every month for it, but we don't miss it. When you're making thousands and thousands of dollars every month, you're not going to miss a $60 payment. Not at all. So that's how good it is.
Tim Rivers says.
Oh, he claps. I think he's a clapper.
And Rafael Castaneda says hi.
Rafael Castaneda says hello. Welcome, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button right up on top. Smash that like button for us. It really helps out our videos. We're getting a lot of subscribers coming in, brand new subscribers checking out our channel for the very first time. We do lives. We usually do about an hour live every Tuesday. Even when we're tired, we're still out here, grinding.
Once in a blue moon, we'll skip it and wait till the next day because we're dead tired.
Yeah, I mean,
this guy, he's up on that roof and he's in the heat and he gets burnt out. It happens. It's you gotta think your health comes first over anything.
Yeah. I mean, I work a lot. And just to let you know, this right here, I don't shave. I let my barber do it. My barber will shave my head, shave my beard, trim the mustache, does all that. What do I pay my barber? Every single time, what do I pay him?
$50.
$50. And my hair could be barely coming out, and I'll pay him $50 because I would rather have it a clean shave, cut, feel like a new man every single time, every 2 weeks. That's just me. So sometimes I pay for stuff like that. She's a little.
It's different for
Yeah.
a girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
$50 is just for washing your hair.
She's bougie, big time bougie. This is how bougie she is. Today we were in East LA. I'm telling you, I'm sorry. King Taco, the original King Taco. We were right there. Let's get out of this neighborhood.
I did not say that.
What did you say?
I said I want to
leave as soon as possible.
Because I want to eat somewhere else other than King Taco. Because I've been there, done that, and it's okay.
I've never been to King Taco. Not the original.
You're not missing much.
I say I am missing King Taco. So I will never know unless I go by myself. And I plan on going by myself, people, to have me a nice meal at King Taco, downtown LA, East LA, off Olympic Boulevard. Yeah. I'm going to get down to some serious topics. What do you use to keep track of mileage and stuff for taxes? Look, everything is tax. I mean, mileage, there is apps out there. We have a credit card that we use from a credit card company, business credit card. And a lot of people, what they'll do is they will input the mileage every single time they fuel up. And that keeps track of mileage. There's also apps out there that will keep track of your mileage for business. You can do it that way. There's just lots of things out there that you can actually use. Tara Lynn says, read what that says to Tara Lynn, please.
Last name Sanchez. I've never been to King Taco.
Never been. Sorry. Never been to King Taco. Would love to try King Taco.
One day.
But not with her.
One day.
Because she won't let me go over there. Yeah. I'm glad I go to In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah.
That's the...
You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah. And what do I order from there?
Oh, Flying Dutchman.
Flying Dutchman. I ordered the Flying Dutchman from In-N-Out. That's good. So, enough about my eating habits. I did have empanadas today, though. That was really good. Vanguard Coding said, did you ever do your own accounting in the beginning? No. No, I never did. Listen, if I am not experienced in it, I will hire a professional every single time to do what they are good at. Accounting, forget it. I will fudge the numbers up left and right. I do not touch accounting, do not touch taxes. I go out there and I say, tax guy, here you go. Here's all my stuff. Boom. Handle it. And the tax guy is doing his magic. Okay, JC. What's up there, JC? First time I've seen you here.
How do you know how to
How do you know
price?
how to price?
Here in Central Valley, people charge $5 to $7 a panel. Isn't that cheap?
Yeah, very cheap. We don't charge $5 to $7 a panel here. There are guys charging $10 to $15 per panel in some different areas. You're in the ballpark if you're closer to $9 per panel or $8 per panel. You will be in the ballpark. Now, JC, you have to remember each area. There are guys out here that are doing for 50 cents, $2 per. There's guys out here in Los Angeles doing it for $2 per panel, advertising on their truck, $2 solar panel cleaning, $2 per panel solar panel cleaning on the back of their truck, and they're driving around, and people are calling them because they're charging $2 per panel. Now, if you got 20 panels, guess what? That's $40. You get a 2-story house, $40. Is that worth it? Do the math. What do you think that you're going to? You're right. $2 per panel. They're not licensed or insured. If you've seen the truck that they drove, you don't. I'm, and I'm being. I shouldn't say this, but most likely they're not insured. They're not licensed or anything like that. They're using your water. They're using a brush from Home Depot, and they're just spraying soap on it. Who knows? Who knows what they're doing for that price? That's not for me to say. But this is the stuff that we encounter here in LA. So on the Central Coast, on Northern California, I've seen other YouTube videos out there where there's guys talking about, calling other guys up, trying to get their prices, and they're getting just as bad as they are here in California, in Los Angeles. They're going really, really cheap. I can't charge close to $10 a panel just because of the area. I live in Arizona. Cost of living is much more, so it would make sense not to be here. Yeah, I mean, we got guys in Flagstaff. We have guys that I literally went down to their homes up in Phoenix, Arizona. Um, so there's a lot more solar panel cleaners popping up in Arizona now. Um, we were there at a convention for solar, and I took my robot up there, as a matter of fact, and a lot of people weren't even interested in solar or solar panel cleaning. And I get what you're saying, Vanguard Coding. I get exactly what you're saying. Some of them even told us, no, 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 no. I live under a rock. I live in the desert. I live under a bridge. My house is cardboard. We've heard it all. I mean, and what can you say or do when people are not willing to pay that price? So Southern California is different than Central California. Central California is different from Northern California. But people are getting smarter. They're out there checking prices. They're checking solar panel prices, making sure that they can get the cheapest deal possible, or they're trying to find the best deal with professionals out there that are able to go out there and clean their solar panels. And it's totally up to you whether you want to upgrade those panels with different services and stuff like that. We had one where they wanted us to do some bird proofing for them, and we just couldn't do it that day. So, what we'll do is we'll reschedule
For a later date.
for a later date. Yeah. JC, is there a better pitch for door to door besides would you like your solar panels clean? Yeah, absolutely. Much better ways than that. Door tags. You don't need to talk to customers. Will customers will call you if they see what your door tag is, what services you offer, they'll call you. And sometimes they won't. We've had people call us for bird proofing. We go to their house, knock on the door to say we're here for bird proofing, and there is a door tag from another solar company for bird proofing.
I've had friends that have sent me pictures of advertisement for solar panel cleaning um, in other cities that we also cover.
Oh,
Um,
you didn't hear the part where I was talking about this morning. Refresh your memory.
mm, my memory's
We were
not that good.
getting off the freeway.
Oh, I saw. Well, I pointed it out to you because you didn't even see it. But on the side of the freeway, on a post, there was on a poster board. It was they were advertising their services and their company. It was all written in permanent black marker, just on a piece of poster board,
Green poster board.
green. Mm-hmm.
Solar panel cleaning.
Mm-hmm. And they just wrote it. It was not professional at all.
This is what people do when they get into this business. And when we talk about this, we talk about your competition. JC, Vanguard, Carolyn, Raphael, Tim, Macho, Felix, all you guys out there. If you're thinking about getting into this business, the first thing that you should be doing is going to your area, going to Google Maps, and type in solar panel cleaners near me. Find out how much competition you actually have before you start your own solar panel cleaning business. Carolyn knows what I'm talking about. She's laughing her ass off right now. And
Because you
because
put her
what?
on that list of starting your own business when she's already established.
Well, I know. I'm just talking to everybody in chat in general. Carolyn, I didn't want to leave you out. I did leave out Petra. Where is she at? There she is. I left Petra out. I mean, I shouldn't have, but I was reading off the list. Thank you, sir. Just so you all know, and I'm just going to give you a little plug here, Carolyn. Carolyn and Jeff are from Las Vegas, Nevada. They clean solar panels and do bird proofing, and they've been established in this business for over, I think, 2 years now, right?
I think longer.
Maybe longer than
So.
that. 2 3 years. I want to say maybe even longer than that. Who knows? I mean, we've known them for a while, and but and I didn't mean to put you in there with the new people, not at all. But just wanted to point that out. As far as if you're looking into this business, you got to do your homework. I mean, you got to go out there and say, okay, what's my competition out there? Who am I competing with? When I started this business over 5 years ago, there was nobody here in cleaning solar panels except for 2 people that were window cleaners. That was my competition. So when Rick and I started this business, the first week that we actually were on Google, we booked and made $10,000 on the first week that we booked. The second month, we made over that. And we were at the end of, probably at the end of I think it was June when we started our business. And this is why everybody was calling us. And we were like, wow, we got something here. So it's timing. It's just timing. Who's there? Who's your competition? Who are you competing with now? Now I go to Google my business. I go to Maps. I check out what who my competition is. And you can go list after list after page after page after page of brand new people coming up. Brand new. We are one of the largest solar panel cleaners here on YouTube, where we have our YouTube channel. We have subscribers coming in. Congratulations, we have over 2 million views now on our YouTube channel, over 7,000 uh, subscribers now coming in. So you're right, JC. Timing is everything. And so we got guys out here that are starting, solar panel cleaning, and they're promoting themselves on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, which is great. But when you are been doing this business for a long time, you get the big Fortune 500 companies that will pay attention to the companies that are out there. The reviews, they look at the reviews, they look at everything. They look at your website. They want to make sure that your website looks clean, and they're not hiring just somebody who doesn't have a website. They want to make sure you have insurance, want to make sure that you have a business license up to date, workman's comp. Oh my God, workman's comp. How many times did we have to go and resubmit our workman's comp to one company because it needed this on the COI, needed this on a waiver, and we're sitting here going, okay, let me call our insurance company, let's handle this, let's do this, and we're still trying to get that so we can get 3 properties clean. And it's just some of the things that you have to go through and have to know, and a lot of new people would never know that. And but this is where we give our courses. This is where our memberships come in, on YouTube. And we have our membership program that we use, and have the blueprint there where it kind of guides you in the right direction. It's not very expensive, fairly cheap if you ask me. But we were just talking to somebody yesterday that has over 500,000. Well, I wouldn't say 500,000. What does he have?
Probably like under 1 million subscribers.
He has under 1 million subscribers. We were talking to him
about 700,000 subscribers, about 800,000.
About 800,000 subscribers, and we were talking to him for a few hours yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got a lot of good information, and so he's really huge on YouTube, and helped us out a lot as far as things that we need to improve on, and so we always listen to other people, and that's where you guys have to listen to the people that are giving the advice, okay? Because we've been through it. I've been through everything that you guys are experiencing right now. I've been through that. Susan's been through it. She's starting to see a lot of other things. And the funny thing is, I don't handle my corporate accounts anymore. She handles them. She takes the phone calls. She does the bidding. She does all that because we work together as a team. She asks, what should I charge? What should I do? What should we put down? And we do that together. And before you know it, we submit the bids. And before we know it, they're calling us back saying, schedule us. And now we're doing work. Does that happen to somebody who's brand new? No, because they don't know the process of what needs to be done, or what the commercial accounts are asking for. Get workman's comp, you're spending $4,000 a year just on workman's comp here in California. And auto insurance, commercial auto insurance. People don't know you got to have commercial auto insurance. What happens if your company vehicle hits the building? You got to be covered. It does happen.
Oh, speaking of insurance, we learned this the hard way, but when you get insurance for your commercial vehicle and you get it wrapped, make sure you get the wrap covered.
Oh,
on
no,
the
no, no.
vehicle.
That's a separate insurance. Um, but ask your insurance agent, if you get the vehicle wrapped, is it covered under your insurance? Most likely it is not. That's a separate third party insurance that covers you. For example, our van um, is wrapped all the way around. Well, the glass on the back, so, our workers smashed the back of the van, um, and literally smashed the back of the van, the tailgate, smashed the window. We used our insurance on it. We got it all taken care of, but we found out the hard way that
The wrap wasn't covered.
the wrap wasn't covered. So it was over $1,000 just for the wrap out of pocket, just for the back side only to match it. Yeah, it was not good for me.
So
I am so glad people are looking at my website
So
right now.
always,
So glad.
always ask those questions when you're getting insurance, because you don't want to end up in a situation where you're paying money out of pocket for something that you thought was covered.
JC says, you guys have recommendations for like a one-stop shop for all the insurances you need? No. Guys, you guys got to go out there and just do your homework, okay? We have an insurance agent that does a lot for us, and she only handles a certain area. So let me kind of enlighten you on insurance here in California. People are moving their businesses out of California for a reason. A lot of the insurance companies left California. They're no longer here. State Farm, you can't get commercial insurance for all these big companies. So do your research. Google commercial insurance in California. Only a few people are going to come up. Call those people and talk to them and see what they can do for you. Now, the classification of the business is very important when it comes to insurance, because if you're classified under a roofer, you are going to pay 4 times the amount if you're classified as a roofer. There are companies out there that will classify you under window washing, not solar panel cleaning, because solar panel cleaning, there is no category. So they can't put you under solar panel cleaning. There's no category. Auto detailing, window washing is a lot cheaper. This is a golden nugget here, people. A lot cheaper than being classified as a roofer. And the first thing the insurance company is going to say is, oh, you climb roofs? Oh, you got to be on top of the roof? Oh, okay. They classify you as a roofer. No, you're going to pay 4 times more money if you get that insurance. But guess what? The insurance company wants to get you the highest they can possibly get you, because some of them will make a commission off of whatever you guys are buying. Now, if you are buying insurance under a window cleaner or auto detailer, it will be 3 times less than you being classified as a roofer or a high pressure pressure washer. Pressure washer. Yeah, a pressure washer is even more expensive. So it just depends what category these guys are going to put you in. But this is why we have our Tuesday nights for stuff like this, so you guys can learn. Look, I don't give everybody all my secrets all at once there, on YouTube, because then I would be out of business. So I'm willing to help you out the best I can. You got to make sure that you guys at least try to do your homework. do some research. Susan even left her phone number on there for somebody, I don't know who it was, to give us a call. Jordan. So give us a call and we'll answer all the questions that we can answer. Anybody else for that matter. You know, that's what we're here for. So, all right, guys, it has been an hour and 34 minutes, and Susan has talked her head off. She's exhausted. She's tired. Hot.
Very hot. I want the cold weather to come.
She wants the cold weather. Mm-hmm. She is taco free. Team taco free. Yeah. Guys, be safe out there. Thank you guys for watching our YouTube channel. Don't forget to smash that like button, okay? Smash the like button. We appreciate that. We will see you guys on the next video next week. And thank you guys for everything. And we'll see you Tuesday at 5 o'clock. All right, guys. Guys, have a good one. See you guys. Peace.